Hi everyone, and welcome to today's video where we are going to be painting an acrylic wood design on canvas. So this is a 24 by 30 inch canvas, level 3 from Artist Loft, which I got at Michael's. For this painting, I chose all neutral colors, but you really can do any colors you'd like. So the first step in creating this painting is to prep the canvas, and here I'm marking the halfway points on both the long side and the tall side. So then we're going to be basically splitting the canvas into fourths and then marking out the intervals, I guess, in which you would create the panels. So I use 1 inch and 2 inch increments, and I just measure along the sides and mark them accordingly to create my design. So I actually painted this design when I moved into our apartment, and I really wanted a wood panel to go above my desk, and I was really inspired by all of the beautiful woodwork that I saw from individual artists. So I decided to create my own, and I currently have one sitting above my desk, but every time someone comes over they always ask me about it. So I wanted to recreate this and create a video on how I did it and what my process is, so I could share it with everyone. So I used a pencil at first, but I couldn't really see the marking, so I went back with a paint pen or paint marker. These are the Posca markers. They're really good. They're water-based, which is good because all of the paint that we're using is going to be water-based acrylics. So I'm marking down all of my intervals, and I will show you that shortly. But basically what you're going to do is all of the intervals that you use starting from center going out to the left or the right are going to be the same intervals that you're using in the middle going up and down. So 2 2 1 2 2 1 2 1 2 2. You're going to be using that same pattern on both sides going out, and you can screenshot that as well if you want to recreate this. And then you're just going to be using the same pattern. So if you're starting out 2 2 1, then going down to be 2 2 1. So when you're connecting these lines, you want a 2 inch interval going across to connect to a 2 inch interval going down. And then I'm just using a calendar as my straight edge to connect these lines, and then after that we will fill it in with paint. So once you're done connecting those lines, this is the pattern that I ended up with. I also added some vertical and horizontal lines to kind of break up some of the patterns and add some more detail and interest to the piece. So once that's done, we're going to be creating some colors. I have a light brown, a kind of a burnt sienna, burnt umber, and then a really deep cool toned brown, and I mixed all of these up using only primary colors, but you can mix up any colors you want. It doesn't have to be neutrals. So I'm just gonna go in and fill in all of my shapes, and from here it's pretty much just color blocking, and then we'll add a little bit of detail as we go on. So I'm using a flat brush. You can use a flat or angular brush for this. I think that would work best, just to kind of fill in those lines. And yeah, we're just adding a base coat and blocking in. But for this painting, I wanted it to be very symmetrical, so basically I'm just creating mirror images both on the top and bottom and the left and right sides. And I'm alternating my colors, so just being careful not to put the same color next to each other so that they don't blend in. So here I'm going to add some details, and so with my second lightest color and then my third, I'm going to be just dotting some darker brown onto that and then swiping my brush across to create a little bit of a like streaky pattern. You can add as much or as little detail as you want to these. So here I'm adding some lightness to kind of contrast the dark and then doing the same sweeping motion. So yeah, you can create really intricate kind of like groove-like patterns to mimic wood, or you can leave it kind of simple and basic like this, because when I'm done with this painting, I'm going to be adding a logo right over the center of this piece. And I painted the edges of this canvas gold because I'm going to be incorporating some gold into the logo as well. But for this painting and this video, I'm just going to show the wood design and how I did that and kind of my thought process. And here I'm going back over some of the like cool tone brown and kind of warming that up a little bit. When I stepped back after finishing this painting, I thought that a warmer brown would look better, so I'm just fixing that up. So at this point I'm just making some final adjustments, and this is the final piece. I hope you like it. I had a lot of fun creating it. Don't forget to let me know what you want to see from me next in the comments down below. I hope you have an amazing weekend. Please subscribe if you want to see more weekly content, and I will see you in my next video. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you next week for another natural pigment oil painting. So have an amazing weekend. I will see you next Sunday. Bye everyone.